Good evening and welcome to Live United. Live United is a show that features people that are making a difference in the Monadnock region. And today I'm joined by Kelly Fluette. Kelly is the Child Care Director at the Keene Family YMCA. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you for having me, Kelly.
We're thrilled to have you. Child care is such an important piece of the work that's going on in the Monadnock region. You know, I know the need is great out there. So tell me a little bit about the child care program over at the Keene Family Y, because the Y is new, in a new location now.
Yes, we celebrated our second year anniversary just on December 11th with a luncheon with our board and some area donors. So we are new at 200 Summit Road. So our Child Care Learning Center, we host 151 children, ages 6 weeks to age 12 during the school year. And then we do offer a summer camp that is another 60 children. And then we also have an after-school program in Chesterfield during the school year for another 20 children.
So you're serving quite a significant population of young people, 6 weeks to 12 years old?
Correct.
And you mentioned that before we went live here on the show that you are full right now, that the demand is high for your services.
Yes, we have a wait list of over 60 children, and that runs our infants all the way through school age, to the point of, for like our vacation camps, we're already full for our December, and we're full for our February programming.
And tell me a little bit about, first, the camps that you do.
Okay. During the school year, we run vacation camps for school-age children, kindergarten through 5th grade. They are during school breaks, so, Christmas, February, April, workshop days, early release days, which are Wednesdays every month now. They get out at 12 o'clock, so we do have after-school program for that. And then snow days. So if there's a school cancellation, it's a first come, first serve to call and save a slot for snow day programs. And then in the summer, we offer our traditional Camp Wakanda, which is 1st grade through 5th grade, out at the Elks Camp, out by Brentwood Golf Course. And then we also run a kindergarten camp at the YMCA for kids entering kindergarten as part of our child care program. And then last year, we licensed all of our specialty programs. So our gymnastics camp, our sports camps, and our CITs, which are counselor and trainings, are all underneath our wing of childcare and are licensed through the state of New Hampshire.
So I heard you mention gymnastics and a few other things.
Yes.
I'm still a kid at heart, so tell me a little bit about what you do at the camps.
So in the summer camps, depending on which camp it is, specialty camps are focused on whatever specialty. So it's a sports camp, they do use our pool, and their curriculum is based on whatever sport that they're doing. Camps typically run 9 to 4, and we offer before and after camp care, so we can carry a 7 to 5:30 for the working families. Our traditional Camp Wakanda is your traditional outdoor camp. We do nature-based activities, sports programs, which we use the catch programming for our sports that we use. They do arts and crafts, and they swim in our swimming pool, which this year we're changing that they'll be coming to the Y every day instead of just 2 days a week to use the pool. So they'll hopefully get some swim lessons and some free swim as part of our curriculum.
Nice.
And then the kinder camp is similar. It's a house. It's a Summit Road based, so they use our outdoor property. They use the pool daily, and then they do arts and crafts and nature and other walking field trips from the Y.
Now, with your after-school programs, are you doing some of the same kinds of services, or is the curriculum a little bit different?
It's a little bit different after school. So we bus from all the Keene area schools. They arrive to the Y about 3. We do offer an afternoon snack, and then depending on the day, depends on what our curriculum is. So they do get swimming a couple days a week. They get gym time a couple days a week where we do sports and catch games. And then they do clubs in the classroom. So it would be like a cooking club, or they recently did a Thanksgiving play for our families. So they worked on a Thanksgiving play from making scenery and costumes and parts was part of the club. And then they did it for different staff and parents right before Thanksgiving break. So we work on homework time, and we're researching right now some curriculum to bring in to the after-school component.
You mentioned catch. a few times, and I'm guessing there's probably people out in the audience that may not know what that is.
Catch is a specific curriculum that focus on, on keeping kids moving. So a traditional tag game, when you're out and you sit on the sidelines. In a catch game, if you're out, there's another job for you to do. If it being doing jumping jacks on the side or walking the perimeter or skipping rope, there's some other job to do. So you're never, you're always moving at all times. It also teaches teamwork and how to work together and sportsmanship.
So it sounds like maybe you're aligning a little bit with some of the Healthy Monadnock 2020
Correct.
initiative with that. That's wonderful. Tell me, what kind of impact does this have on kids? I mean, you're doing all these incredible services. You must be feeling very good about the impact that you have on families and children.
Absolutely. You know, for after focusing on after school right now, you know, it keeps they've been sitting all day. Unfortunately, they're losing some recess times and things at school. And so when they come to us after school, not only do we help with their homework and academic piece and support that piece from school, but we give them that physical activity. So when they get home, you know, parents are eating dinner and doing homework, and then it's time for bed if they're staying at the Y till 6 o'clock. So we're giving the children an opportunity for swimming or swim lessons and to be active after school to help keep healthy.
So one of the things that research talks about is that peer mentoring and role modeling are so important in young people's lives. And I'm guessing that maybe also happens a little bit in the program.
Yes, because this year we have 15 kindergartners out of 40 children. And then we have, you know, third and fourth graders. So we do a lot of working with the older kids working with the younger kids on if it be homework or reading buddies to help, you know, help them guide the younger ones to make better choices.
Now, are you connected with other organizations in this work?
We do. We work with, right now we're working with Keene State College, and some of their nutritionists are coming in and working with our kids on healthy choices. We are putting in a kitchen in our after-school program. Actually, it's arriving this week to work on the Early Sprouts program and to work on healthy snacks both for children and to be able to offer some of those programmings to our families.
Now, Early Sprouts is become nationally known and recognized and started right here in Keene.
Yes, it did.
And can you tell the audience a little bit about the Early Sprouts program?
Yes, Early Sprouts was developed here at Keene State College and is all about healthy choices and healthy eating and teaching children how a certain item that might look or taste or think they might not like it, how it can be something fun to eat. Several of our child care teachers have gone through a training at Keene State, so we could provide Early Sprouts at our programs.
One of the things I really like about that particular program is they teach the young people those healthy eating habits, but they also give them the recipe and make it simple enough for them to take home to prepare for their families.
Yep.
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what we'll be working on. Now that we have a kitchen in our center, we'll be kicking that off for a second time to the next level so we can include our families into that cooking. So we might have a family night where we focus on a certain thing that we've cooked with the kids during the week and to invite them in and have the kids prepare it for their families.
Are there other ways families are involved in the Child Care Center?
Absolutely. We do family nights. We offer Fun Family Friday nights the first Friday of every month, and that isn't only for our child care, but it's for the whole organization, so members and the public can come. Our recent one was we got a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Of course, they arrived last Friday night and did all kinds of different activities and games while they got to visit Santa. But we do those the first Friday from 6 to 7:30. Sometimes it's a gym and swim. Sometimes it's a themed thing. We do obstacle courses, game nights. We've had reptiles come in and do a science show. So we do the whole gamut for those. So those are one way we bring families in to the Y and for them to meet each other. And then in childcare and after school, we do quarterly specialty programs. We do a harvest fest for our families. We do a Thanksgiving feast so all our families can come together and eat together, and the kids talk about what they are thankful for. We do a Healthy Kids Day in the spring where we focus on different aspects of being healthy as a family unit. And then we do just some fun ones. We do an upside down night in the fall to just welcome our our families to the Y, and basically that is the children, the parents are the children, and the children bring their parents around a mini day. So they have snack and they do a circle and they do activity times so the parents can kind of see what we're doing throughout our day when their kids are at the Y.
Very nice. It sounds fun, too.
Yes, it is.
So tell me a little bit about the mission of the program, because I'm hearing an element of fun, adventure, nurturing, lots of different
Yep.
things.
You know, our mission at the Children's Learning Center basically is we are equal. We want to be able to offer a quality, safe, nurturing, affordable program and experience for our children and our families in the Monadnock region and beyond. We have a lot of families that come to the Y from Vermont or Massachusetts that work in the area. So not only do we want to focus on our own community, but what we can reach outside.
So do you provide scholarships?
We do. We have scholarships through United Way, and then we have our own reach out campaign that we offer further scholarships for.
And if people were looking for more information on programs, I know you said the camps right now are full coming up, but if they just wanted more information, or they may be raising a child right now and they're just beginning to think about where they're going to be placed, for whether it's aftercare or child care, how could they contact you?
They can reach me at the Y directly, and our phone number is 603-352-6002, and they can just ask for Kelly at the front desk. They can email me at kfluette, which is FLEUETTE, at keene-ymca.org, or they can just go to our website at www.keeneymca.org for more information.
And you mentioned at the top of the show that you're at a new location. Can you
Yes.
repeat that address for people? Because I know when I first started looking for it in my travels, it took me a little bit to figure out where it was.
Yep, it's 200 Summit Road, and it's in West Keene, so it's just past Yankee Lanes.
And it's a beautiful facility out there. Now, do the young people have access to the full facility then?
We do. So for childcare, which is infants through our pre-K program, once they hit our 3-year-old classroom, they do get swim lessons once a week, and they also get gymnastics class once a week. And then all age ranges use the gym, the track, the racquetball courts, are all different spaces that everybody can use throughout their facility.
That's great, because part of it is you're really teaching them some lifelong skills in terms of their health and wellness, and
Correct.
really, how to utilize a facility such as the Y. So I think that's just fabulous. Are there other programs that you want our audience to be aware of?
Well, for our childcare, which are infants through pre-K, we are open 7 to 5:30. We are currently full with a very large wait list, so anyone that's looking for childcare, if they're even thinking about being pregnant now, is to call as far ahead of time to get on a wait list, see where we stand. We are always looking at options for expanding, but that's a huge part of who we are. Other programs, the Y offers several different classes if you're just looking for after school activities for school agers or preschoolers, or morning classes for preschoolers to keep them active and involved and get to meet other families. Just check our website in regards to what programs we have.
Now, for the summer camp, is the summer camp already full, or should
It is
people be?
not. We will
Okay.
start registration February 1st.
Okay, so that's coming up.
Yep, our brochure will be out in January.
Great. Well, that's something for the audience to keep in mind then, because when they see this, it'll be almost time to
Think
be
about summer
registering.
camp.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. We all have to think about the warm right now
Yes,
and
we
having
do.
some fun out in it, even though the kids love the snow. So tell me about any future directions that you may have.
Well, right now we have just applied for License Plus, which is an accreditation for New Hampshire. So hopefully when this is aired, we'll have that certificate. That would be nice for us to have. We have just recently purchased a new curriculum called Creative Curriculum, so we'll be unfolding that in the new year in all our programs.
Is that top secret?
It is not top secret.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It is a hands-on curriculum, and basically what we're looking at is to have everything be a little bit similar. So when the children go from classroom to classroom, we're a little bit more on the same page. And also it's something that can go home, so it will be something that we will enhance our school and home curriculum piece too.
Great.
Other things, we're always looking into the community, what the needs are, how we can help the area community, especially childcare is in crisis in the Monadnock region. We all have wait lists. There's a lot of people moving into the area, and there's no place to put their children. So there is area childcare centers are concerned in regards to how are we going to all work together to help service the area. So we're working with some different agencies and having talks to try to figure out how we can, if it be satellite programs or how else can we help the childcare and our families in the area.
Well, we definitely know there's a need in the Monadnock region. That was identified in the well-being report.
Correct.
And the national, again, level of research right now and data is showing us that when you work with young people, especially the birth to 5 age range or some of that early childhood piece, that it makes a difference all the way through their lives, that it impacts their school path and their eventual career path ultimately. And so you're really talking cradle to career and taking care of these young people. And, we've had a few of the daycare centers and child care centers here on the show, and they've talked about all of them having a wait list. So I really encourage the audience, if you are in need of childcare, to think about it early and to be contacting the location in your community. Now, Kelly, could people reach out to you if they're not able to even access the Y services? Are you able to refer them to someone else or maybe help connect them?
We do. We work with Easter Seals or Child Care Resources in the area, and if they get put on our wait list, and we always refer them over there because they can help. They have a broader picture of who has space and who doesn't, and can help, try to figure out if it'd be a home daycare situation or a center daycare situation or a community area where to guide parents in.
Now, I know Spark New Hampshire is really helping lead the way in New Hampshire around building some common ground and frameworks for early childhood and really expressing the need that's out there. Is Spark New Hampshire something you're involved in?
We are involved, we keep up on their emails, and I attend directors' meetings once a month, so they sometimes will come to those meetings, and we keep in contact in regards to what's happening there. So there is some involvement with the Spark organization.
And I'm expecting that we'll see and hear probably a lot more in the future, because this seems to be on the governor's radar screen, and I know it's certainly on our state representatives, and our delegates are concerned, as are many parents out there.
Yep.
And, having been a parent myself and been through the system, I now have an 18-year-old, so she's done.
Yep.
But, it's challenging for families to really think about how they can afford and access and really utilize these wonderful programs that we have. You mentioned that you're getting a new kitchen, and are there other things that you'll do with that besides the Early Sprouts program?
We do, as part of all our programs, we do offer morning and afternoon snacks, and we are part of the Child and Adult Food Program, which is a federal program that we get support from to offer certain snacks. We follow federal guidelines, My Plate guidelines, what we serve. So we're hoping, instead of being able to purchase a lot of those snacks, that in turn we can take the Early Sprouts program and make our snacks, so to have the kids start that process. So kind of garden to plate program, so they can understand, where it's coming from, and cook their own snacks for each other.
Again, another super program, Garden to Plate, but then also for many of these children, we know it's probably the one solid nutritional piece they may get during the course of the day.
Yes. It's important because, so many families, I'm a mom of 3, and we're on the go, and some of our dinners are in the car, driving down the street. So it's helping them, not only the children, to understand that there's some healthy choices that are quick and easy, but there's meals that are quick and easy, so we can teach the children and pass it on to the families, and hopefully carry that over to their homes. We also, in the summertime, speaking of that, we do a summer food program. So all our children are offered free breakfast and lunch for 6 weeks during the summertime. And that is not only our childcare programs, but our Camp Wakanda program. So for the kids that come to summer camp, parents don't have to worry about breakfast and lunch for 6 weeks out of the summer because it's taken care of.
That's great, because again, we know that that may be the meal that they're getting during the course of
That's
the day.
right.
Now, are the young people gardening as part of this?
We do. We worked with Antioch a couple years ago and put in our gardens. So we have 6 beds out back. 2 of them are for childcare. 1 is for our teen program, and then a few are community-based membership and staff-based. So, but we work on it together, and we're learning. Every year we learn a little bit more. We are not green thumb. At least in childcare, we have a hard time, but we are learning. We did great with zucchinis this year and green beans. But the kids will go out and they'll plant and they'll water and they'll weed, and then take in whatever we have and go from there.
I belong to a CSA, and I know how much we enjoy going out to the farm and really working at the farm and picking and
Yep.
growing and just being part of that whole community. So that's the other thing I think that a garden program does. It builds this whole sense of community.
Yep. It's great seeing the 1-year-olds out there with their little hoes and shovels, planting or digging in the dirt and seeing what they can discover.
And again, that's a wonderful thing, because we oftentimes hear people complaining that kids don't spend enough time outdoors, and that really gives them an opportunity to get in tune with the earth and see the bounty of it and really enjoy it. Could you again tell people what your contact information is?
Yep. So it's at the Keene Family YMCA, and the number is 603-352-6002. My email is kfleuette, FLEUETTE, at keene-ymca.org, or you can check our website at www.keene-ymca.org.
What's the best way for people to reach you?
Email.
Okay. That's important for people to know. So could you repeat your email
Yep.
address?
So it's KFLEUETTE at keene-ymca.org.
So you're really living united. Yeah, I'm curious, because you're so involved with young people, are you doing any advocacy work?
Working on that. Like I said, I do directors' meetings with Spark. We do work with Wally Kelly has been over, and I've chatted with her a handful of times in regards to where early childhood stands in New Hampshire, and keep up in regards to what's happening in the area via webinars that are based on and how we can support everything.
Well, I think there'll be some opportunities moving forward, is my guess, to really be talking both with our delegates and the legislature and really seeing how we can improve on this here in New Hampshire and certainly in the Monadnock region. We have some incredible resources such as yours. As you think about your needs right now, are there any needs you have for volunteers, for items, anything like that?
We're always open to volunteers. I have an extra person in any of our program to come read a story, to help, play in the snow with a child. We have great ratios in our classrooms. However, when you have 24 preschoolers and 3 teachers, an extra person to do a special arts and crafts is always helpful. And not only in childcare or after school, but in the organization. There's so many opportunities, if it be assisting someone in the pool, walking the track with someone that might need more assistance, welcoming them to people to the Y. So there's lots of different avenues at the Y that we could use volunteers for. In regards to needs, we're always open to books are always something we're looking for all ages. Puzzles and really, we get phone calls of, if you have something to donate, you can always call and we can tell you, yes, we need it, or no, we don't.
Great. So I want to remind our audience that the theme of this show is Living United, and giving and volunteering and advocating. And we have organizations such as the Keene Family Y doing just that for us here in the Monadnock region, and we're very fortunate to have that. But the Keene Family Y also needs you. So keep that in mind in the future, that if you have time, that if you have some old books laying around that may be dog-eared but a child may really enjoy because your children enjoyed them, please think of the Keene Family Y. I would like to thank you, Kelly, for joining us here on the show.
Thank you.
And for being part of the Live United in the Monadnock region, because you truly are making a difference. I also want to remind our audience that you are part of Living United, and we'd like to know how you make a difference. And you can share that through the Monadnock United Way Facebook page, or by contacting us at MUW at, I apologize, liveunited@muw.org. Okay, so again, that's liveunited@muw.org. Share your story about how you're living united. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.